Okay, let's go here, we can go here. What I find curious is that they do this mention of the heavens, they do mention of God, and so on and so forth. But in this game, since it's based in like real societies and real historical things, I think literally when they mention God in this game, they're actually mentioning God, which is interesting. I wonder how they're gonna keep on managing that. I'm really looking forward for the Egyptian part of the story. I hope it brings it back because this Angry Earth stuff's kinda weird, kinda meh. I mean, I haven't really gotten to the meat of it, so...
No, thank...
See. Now, I know you entertain some strange company, but I must say this priest may be the strangest yet. He seems to be waiting.
He's kinda old. I wonder if he's gonna turn out to be evil or something. He does give me that weird sort of thing.
You are a busy and respected person, I've come to realize. Fortunately, that makes you easier to find, as long as one moves fast. And I saw a star fall from heaven upon the earth, and there was given to him the key of the bottomless pit. Don't you see? I found what we need. Deep in the pits of this scarred canyon are ancient objects of immense spiritual power. If we can secure them, they can be used to subdue Isabella and reopen her mind, so we may bring about her salvation. We must have faith, Sir Warden.
Interesting.
There is no room for doubt. If you recover these artifacts, we will defeat Isabella. I promise. I will retreat to a safe location with your allies and await you there. You must trust me on this. It is the only way.
Might be something interesting here. Saying that it came from the heavens, through the ground. Are they speaking about like actual scriptures, something of that nature? What is this power that comes from the heavens, even into the realm of Eternum? So, okay, so how the hell do I get in here? I remember they do mention some sorts of gods at some point. But they never explain anything about these ancient gods, at least not so far. The Forgotten Ones or something like that. I think they did at the very beginning. What the hell is that? No one. You evil spawns. I think some of these guys help me. This is literally so cool. It's actually hard. Combat is so good, especially for someone like me who doesn't play like Dark Souls or anything like that. Like, this feels that little void, and it's super cool. The activity, okay, let's read it because I think maybe the story is getting kind of interesting. Come give me a little. Okay, to prepare a place for you. What does that even mean? After much research, Father Rooster has discovered what he believes is the means to achieve Tempest's defeat and salvation. That's pretty cool. He doesn't want to just kill her, he wants to redeem her from the sins of corruption, such the depths of Ilropin, Kanya, or two ancient artifacts that he requires to craft a powerful spiritual weapon. Okay, spiritual weapon, things that come from the heavens, the Uranos, in Greek, in ancient Greek. So I use my Acid Staff, which is basically like the ether, the core energy of all creation. Deactivate the pillar to access the artifact chamber. Interesting. So whenever you see in the Bible, in the scriptures, and I don't know if they're gonna go with something with the Bible here in New World, but he does say, like in the scripture, it came from the heavens. In the heavens, the word in English is heavens, but when you go into the ancient scriptures, the word that you find is a transliterated Greek Uranus. And Uranus has to do more with, it's not like the idea of heaven like in the clouds, like we have this idea of heaven like in the clouds, there's a gate and we open it. in ancient Greek, the word Uranus is dealing more with the cosmos, with cosmology, rather than the concept that we have in the Western world of heaven. So that's a very important distinction to make when you study the scriptures. Anyway, I don't know if they're gonna go with more of these scriptures. I do love that they do use the word Aesop, this primordial philosopher's stone, instead of like random magic or anything like that. I really think that the developers who made the lore in this game, they kind of know what they're talking about. Okay, so I have to go in. Okay, travel through the thing. Let's just go. Right, collect the ancient artifact. So this ancient artifact. Let me look at it like straight into it. It has some strange runes or from some strange language. I wonder if this is like from the gods that the game talks about. It talks about these ancient gods who were in the land, and these gods are super mysterious. I have no idea if they actually go into the concept of these gods. We'll see. I hope it's not like some of those laws where like, oh yeah, the ancient artifact, that's it, but they don't explain the nature of the ancient artifact. Can I go up? These are the ancient gods that I was talking about, but I'm not in a place where I can talk about the lore right now. So those statues, those are the ancient gods that they talk about earlier in the game. I wonder if these are like the angels or like the masters. Okay, I'm gonna die. I gotta stop talking about the lore right now. So it's kind of interesting that in this place where there's like the most hellish area, there's it's the first time that I've seen those statues in a long time, those ancient gods. And if they do ancient gods that are like super mysterious, that are like sort of like the what's the name that I'm looking for? Blah 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 from Gnosticism, the Archons. If they are like something dealing with the idea of the Archons, ooh, am I gonna be able to go beyond the law with this? He already said something about these artifacts coming from the heavens. The heavens is actually the size of Uranus, is the cosmos, is literally space. So maybe I can go beyond the law with something like that. We'll see. Let's go inside work on Miami. Miami Beach. Somebody named their company Miami Beach, man. Come on. So let's protect the nation. Well, is it this one? What is this? The barrier. Decree of the Silent. Do I have that in my inventory? Oh yeah. So this one is called Gabriel's Tear. A piece of meteor that's streaked from the heavens. Oh, this is cool. This is cool. This is cool. Okay, a piece of meteor that's streaked from the heavens and still glows with an inner light. Okay, heavens, the cosmos, meteor, and light. All these themes, you can find them in Gnosticism, you can find them in modern research on the afterlife, and so on and so forth. I wonder if they are trying to do something actually interesting with this lore. And it's also called Gabriel's Tear, so I wonder if this is a reference to Archangel Gabriel. Interesting. An item of great power, but no one has dare discovered what it might do. This is Reliquary of the Silent. Now, the reason why... Okay, that's good. A lot of hair. I wonder if maybe artifacts back to Father. This Father Russo, he has seen things. He's kind of crazy. I think he knows what he's talking about, even though it sounds crazy. So they're doing this whole thing. We're talking about the meteor. So it's definitely a cosmic item. It's definitely something coming from Uranus, the heavens. If they keep going with this, I'm gonna be able to go beyond the lore, because I've done a lot of research also in like ancient religions and so on and so forth. And you find out that all of the scriptures, and not even just the Christian scriptures, but some of the other ones, it all has to do with the UFO phenomenon. When you look into this idea, in the scriptures that they say that there are beings of light, that their faces shine bright, and they came in as thunder from the heavens, and so on and so forth. But they are explaining what they're talking about. They're talking about paranormal phenomenon and literally UFO activity, the Star of Bethlehem, and so on and so forth. All of that is there's a bunch of books actually called. There's one that I haven't read, but I'm gonna be reading soon, called the UFO of Christ or something like that. There's a bunch of books. This is a very common theory nowadays, especially with how the governments and so on and so forth are trying to push the disclosure thing, and they're like literally telling you like, yeah, there's something going on. Yeah, all the military is looking at these things, and they're not really like physical things. They're more like beings of light or light orbs or something coming in the sky, and then you tie that all to the scriptures and so on and so forth. It all makes sense. It's a paranormal thing, but it's not really. It's more like a natural thing, and it does connect. So I wonder if they're gonna do something, because what I've noticed in New World is that just the fact that they use the idea of ASOT instead of like magic tells you that whoever wrote the lore knows what they're talking about. And they're so before we talk about angels, demons, holy magic, and so on and so forth, and now we're starting to talk about science. We're starting to talk about ether, about ASOT, about the heavens, not as in the heavens, but as the cosmos, and these beings that are not angels and demons, but they are something else. Now, should we call them aliens? Should we call them extraterrestrial? Should we call them non-human intelligence? I don't know. You put whatever label you want to it. But yeah, it's all tied up.
Remarkable. These artifacts are exactly what we